As I sit scrolling through TikToks, I more and more often see people posting about how they aren't going to let their kids use technology for the first however many years of their lives, and I couldn't agree with this more. My name is Erin Gifford, and I'm the fourth youngest out of 5 kids, and I have to say, I lived a pretty idyllic childhood. My mom was a retired teacher who homeschooled all of us, and for the first 11 years of my life, I lived in a pretty small bubble with my family and a few close friends. I only had access to a computer or any kind of technology once a week for 1 hour. I had very few influences pushing in on me, and I was really happy. Sadly, like most good things, this didn't last. When we moved as a family for the 5th time, I was 11 years old. And this was probably the hardest move for me just because the older you get, the harder it is to make new friends. This is when I got my first phone and made the enormous mistake of turning to social media to pursue any kind of friendship that I could. This is when I became addicted to apps like Instagram and YouTube. This is when I was introduced to things like beauty standards. This is when I became really depressed and started starving myself because I realized I didn't look like the girls that were plastered all over the internet. I pretty much wasted my younger teenage years because I was so wrapped up in opinions that other people didn't even have of me that I just felt worthless in my body. I felt like a shell. It sounds cliche, but the sport of rowing really did change my life. Within 1 month of joining the sport, I found that my body was actually useful for something, and I felt proud of it for the first time in over 5 years. I was amazed at what I could accomplish without needing to be so hard on it. I knew that to continue to live a healthy lifestyle, I would need to continue the sport, and so after less than a year of rowing, I found myself sitting in my boathouse, signing an NLI to continue the sport at the University of Tennessee. Though it's been a tough learning curve, I found that by putting down my phone, putting in the work, and not caring what other people think of me, I've been able to lead the most fulfilling year of my life so far. I would give anything to be able to turn back the clock and tell my younger self that social media and beauty standards don't have anything to do with you at all. They don't have to define you. You don't have to live your life by them. I wish that I had just been able to tell myself that I should find something that my body is good at and I should pursue it with a passion because I'm beautifully and wonderfully made.